Hey guys, FanFans47 here with another hotel room tour. Today we're going to be having a look at a king bedroom here at the Fairfield Inn, Rochester Airport in Rochester, New York. So this property was renovated pretty recently. I think it was a little over a year ago. And I gotta say, I think they did a pretty good job. This used to have that very stereotypical budget hotel look when it comes to Fairfield Inns, where it had that ugly yellow wallpaper that was constantly ripping off everywhere. And it had the signature rug with the blue stripes in it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. A lot of Fairfield Inns used to look like that, and they're very infamous. But yeah, so now they're starting to go for more of this contemporary monochrome-ish look, and I think it looks quite sleek and definitely a bit nicer. Good upgrade in my opinion. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and start with the tour. Here's the foyer area. Of course, right here you have your entry door. The ceiling is quite low over here, as you can see. You can see, obviously, there's a door closer, which is UL listed. I don't know the brand of it, though, but it does have an oil port on it. And down here is a peephole where you can see out. There's a room across the hall. It's very brightly lit out there, as you can see. And there's your emergency stuff, per usual. And over here you have a deadbolt, your E-lock, and the main handle. And there was a privacy sticker thing here, but I put it on the outside for the purposes of this video. And over here is a light switch that controls the entry lights. It controls this light right here, and the light in the closet, which we'll actually go ahead and have a look at right now. This light right here. But here's the closet itself. You can see it features a rack with some clothes hangers with clips on them. Well, actually, just these ones have clips. And there was a laundry bag here, but it's down there right now because I'm using it. I don't know why they even supplied it in the first place, because there's no coin laundry here at all. Anyway, here's a luggage rack, an ironing board, and an iron over there. And the doors are this wardrobe style on track, and they just have the stoppers up there on the upper track. There we go. So yeah, it looks quite nice when it's closed, and it has this arced doorway that you see in a lot of southern homes. So yeah, moving over back into the foyer area. Up here above the entry door is a concealed fire sprinkler. That right there is the intake for the central air unit. The main unit is behind this box here, and then the outtake is over here. This thing is abysmal, by the way. I'll make a video on it later. And over here's the thermostat for it. See? And this light right here, this light right here can actually be controlled individually, as you can see. However, obviously, if you turn this off, and then you try to control it with this switch again, it's only going to control the light in there until you flip the switch on. So you have to leave it on if you want to control it just with that switch over there. Come on, focus. There we go. And you can see you got your typical Marriott style woven wallpaper. Well, I don't know if this is really wallpaper. This could just be part of the wall. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. You can see it has this side molding in this arced doorway here as well. I really do like the arced doorways in here. Definitely reminds me a lot of those southern homes, like I just said a few minutes ago. Anyway, over here is the bathroom. Go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and turn on the light. You can see beside the switch is this very ancient GFCI that we'll go ahead and test. I think it works, yeah, because the light turned off. There we go. And you can see the lights back on. Go ahead and shut the door here. And the lock does work. You see? On the back of the door is a hook with my jacket on it, because this thing's pretty wet, because I've been out in the rain a lot today, so yeah. Over here is the vanity area. Oh, before I mention everything in detail, this bathroom is actually really, really well lit. I haven't seen a hotel bathroom lit this well in a long time. You have two very bright lights on either side of the mirror, a nice bright light up here, and then another one in the shower. Although I don't see the practicality and safety of this setup. You can see not only is this facing directly towards a shower head, but it's falling apart, so if any water gets in there, this thing is screwed. So, oh well. It is what it is. Here's the mirror itself. Nice big and round thing. And right below that is the sink. It is a, honestly, I don't even know what this thing is. It could just be generic. It has excellent pressure though. Is that a brand name over there? No, it's just a stain. Push down the drain to clog it. And of course it's got an overflow right there, which looks kind of gross. Got a soap bar, some makeup remover wipes, and over here you have some towels and face cloths. This one's a little messed up because I've been using it. And it has this thing to let you know if you want your towels to be washed, just leave them on the floor. Over here is some Kleenex. And by the way, that crackling you're hearing on the floor is this right here. This tile right here is cracked. But, oh well. The good news is it's not coming up at all. So, oh well. Anyway, we got some stuff down here too. We got some shower towels, a hair dryer. That bag right there is mine. And we got 2 toilet paper rolls, plus an extra roll on the back. And there's, of course, your trash. Behind the commode is this interesting blue wall. Kind of interesting how they chose blue. Doesn't really go with the rest of the room. Above the commode is a floor mat for the shower. And here's the commode itself. It is an American standard. Has a pressure-assisted tank. So yeah, there's that. And up here, there's an exhaust vent. But other than that, there's no real fan in here. So, oh well. Anyway, over here into the shower area. It's not a shower tub combo, even though it may look like one. But it's just a shower. And it has a straight shower curtain, interestingly enough. And it just looks like a pressure rod. Although it is screwed into the wall. It's kind of jerry-rigged so it's permanent. I guess it works, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, you do have your classic dual-layer curtain, where it kind of, well, it's like one curtain, but it splits into 2. I just noticed it's kind of dirty. I don't know what that is. Huh. Oh well. And you can see, it doesn't have anything at the bottom, because it doesn't really need to, because there's no tub or anything. But we'll go ahead and step in here. You can see, obviously, this is all tiled. Here's the shower head itself. It is a Moen. It's a single mode head. Got a big long soap rack here. Down here's the temperature control. And down there's the drain. And then behind me, we have our amenities. We have shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. And an ADA compliant handle. And obviously, like I mentioned, this light right here, which actually has a very cool color. And you can see the ceiling's kind of peeling off there, which is to be expected in a shower area. But, oh well. And I guess we can go ahead and test the pressure. So I'll move this curtain over to the other side. There we go. And I'll find a place to put the camera. I might be able to set it up here. There, that works. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the shower head. And maybe face it over here a little bit just to be safe. That's actually working quite well. It looks like a cheap shower head at first glance, but yeah, I'd say it's pretty solid. And it shuts off right away. It doesn't have any slow leaky drain or anything. I'm going to dry my hands off so I don't get the camera too wet. It does have a loud drain though. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in here. You know, it's just your basic little in bathroom. And down there is the Footbuster 9000. Bing. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, out into the main part of the room. But first, here's this big mirror here. This isn't really ideal for doing shave or anything. It's really just for a fit check before you leave the room. Because obviously the lighting over here is quite poor. As far as the lighting in the main part of the room goes, it's not too bad. It's not the worst I've seen. I still think it could be better. But, you know, it gets me by. Anyway, like I keep mentioning, the arched doorway. And above that is a sprinkler with a no hanging sign. Over here is a smoke detector that appears to be on a sounder base. I think that's a sounder base. vent, and as I mentioned from earlier, sorry, I keep stuttering. Over here is one of the bedside lights. You got your typical Fairfield style hanging bowl type thing. And it's controlled by the switch right here. This kind of reminds me of the light fixtures that were at the Fairfield Inn in, I believe it was Warwick. I think it had a similar one. I don't know, I could be remembering wrong. These are actually plastic. And then down here is a charging station. You can see it has a USB-C as well, which is nice, especially this day and age. So yeah. And here's one of the bedside tables here, with my iPad, of course, and my watch charger. And you can see it kind of looks like an hourglass. And then behind it is this mystery compartment that goes to God knows where. As you can see, the entirety of the room is equipped with wall-to-wall carpeting per Marriott standards. And on the other side of the bed is this true nightstand, as you can see. Got your standard hotel telephone, another charging station with my phone charger plugged into it, a note sheet with a pen. Down here is the Book of Mormon and the Good Book. And over here is a nice comfy chair. I like this chair. Seems like it's good quality. Another one of these things. And this lamp in the corner here, which is actually kind of dim. It's controlled by this switch here. And by the way, all the lights in the room are LEDs. And you can see there's the outlet back there. And you can see there's still a free one, which is nice to see. And yeah. And now for the most important part of the room, the king-size bed. And yes, I do know that it's messy because it has been slept in. But based on my comfort last night, I'd say this is a pretty good bed. It is definitely a little soft. You know, it's your typical Fairfield mattress, but nonetheless, I think it's quite good. I slept like a log on this last night. The pillows leave a little bit to be desired, as they're a little bit soft per usual. This one over here, as you might be able to tell, is a little soiled because this is the one I slept on. Got your wooden headboard back here. Again, not cushy, unfortunately. And here's the window right here. Here's the view. We're looking out from the top floor of the hotel. There's the rear parking garage, or rear parking lot, rather. Sorry, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to keep slipping all kinds of stuff up. And over here is where you would open the window. You can see it says locked. You can push it up, and it's supposedly unlocked, but as far as I've tried, and as hard as I've tried, this thing will not budge. So, don't know what's going on with that. And you do have this privacy shade here, which comes down just like that. Get this nice tropical scenery thing. And then as far as blackout curtains go, it's kind of interesting. You have this true blackout curtain here, which closes completely from each side. But then you have this outer blackout curtain that's mainly just for decoration. You can see it's just a small section there and another small section on this side. So I don't really understand the purpose of that other than aesthetic. But even for aesthetic, do you really need it? Because it's exactly the same as this one, I think. Yeah, it's literally exactly the same. It's just shorter. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. And you can see the ceiling is split into sections. This is something I don't normally show in these videos. I really got to start showing the ceilings more often. And it's a popcorn ceiling, too. Moving on to this side of the room, we got a bunch of stuff. Over here's another outlet, which is being completely used up. Got trash and recycling over here. Got a Hamilton Beach in-room coffee machine with all the stuff to go with it here. Coffee, tea, yada yada yada. Plastic cups on top of the ice container. And below all this, you got a microwave. There's the inside. You can see it's been thoroughly cleaned. And that is showing the right time, by the way. I actually set that myself because it wasn't set earlier. It is a Danby designer. Got your cubby down there. And on this side is another Danby designer, except obviously it's mini fridge and it's an Energy Star. There's the inside. Got my water bottle on the door. And as far as I can tell, I haven't seen any sort of control in here. Not even one of those stingy digital ones, so... Huh. And you can see it's got this little rubber thing, so this doesn't slam too hard. And this countertop appears to be made of, I guess, this marble, some sort of marble. Then over here you have this desk space with this desk lamp. You can see it's controlled by this switch. Here are the room keys right here. I want to show you one. They're both the same. This says Fairfield on it. Come on, get back in there. I am currently in room 306. And there's an office chair right here. I don't know if this goes up and down. Oh, yes, it does. It has a little handle here. So, yeah. Got this advertisement right here. And here's the LG remote for the TV, which is right here. Obviously, it's another LG. You can see it's huge. And it does have streaming services, which is always nice to see. And it works good, too. And I also really like this remote. It's very snappy when it comes to speed, and the buttons feel really nice, so... yeah. And over here you got some more storage space with, of course, my grip on top. There's nothing in these. And, yeah. I believe that is pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I haven't really mentioned is that it's got this wood frame behind the TV. And down here is the Wi-Fi router. And you got a USB and Ethernet station there. So that's cool. We've got 3 outlets. I don't know if there's any on the other side. Yes, there is. So, a lot of outlets in here. A lot of outlets and USBs. So, if for some reason you need to bring a lot of electronics with you before your flight, then this is the place to be. And please excuse the loud rumbling noises, as this is literally right across the street from the airport. So, lots of planes taking off and landing at the moment. It's really raining now, wow. But yeah, just a simple, lower-end, budget-ish hotel. Yeah. I don't really have any complaints at all. I mean, the only real red flag that I found was that, that dirty spot on the shower curtain. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, this. I don't know what that is. It's probably just a stain that isn't going to come off no matter what. And there's just some little bits of rust here and there, but I don't think there's really anything anybody can do about that. Oh, and here's something else that drives me crazy. The warmth of these two lights is so uneven. This one is really cold, and this one is rather warm. Why? Oh my god, this is going to trigger my OCD until tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. And peace out.